Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I welcome you all in AppSec's online support and assignments tutorial for week 9. I am Zubia Razak from APS Tech Company. The grade is 7 and subject is history. Recipe is chapter number 5, the foundation and consolidation of Mughal Empire. Objective is at the end of this week you would be able to understand about contributions of Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur, Nasiruddin Muhammad Humayun, Sher Shah Suri and Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar from textbook pages 51 to 54. Task 1 to understand about the contributions of Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur, Humayun, Sher Shah Suri, and Jalaluddin Akbar. Babur's interests. Babur the Mughal had many interests. His memoirs reflect that he had an interest in reading society, hunting, nature, politics, economics, and he had ideas about architecture, administration, and civilization. Although Babur ruled only 4 years, his love of nature led him to create gardens of great beauty, which became an intrinsic part of every Mughal fort, palace, and state buildings during the centuries that followed. While alive, Emperor Babur laid out the classical Mughal style gardens located on a high point in West Kabul, which comprised a series of beautiful landscaped hillsides. Invitation to replace Ibrahim Lodi. Ibrahim Khan Lodi became the Sultan of Delhi in 1517 after the death of his father Sikandar Lodi. He was the last ruler of the Lodi dynasty, reigning for 9 years between 1517 until being defeated and killed at the Battle of Panipat by Babur's invading army in 1526, giving way to the emergence of the Mughal Empire in India. The first Battle of Panipat on 21 April 1526 was fought between the invading forces of Babur and the Lodi dynasty. It is considered important because it took place in North India and marked the beginning of the Mughal Empire and at the end of Delhi Sultanate. This was one of the earliest battles involving gunpowder, firearms, and field artillery in the Indian subcontinent, which were introduced by Mughals in this battle. Challenges for the Babur. He had to face several difficulties right from his accession. Among the major factors which contributed to his difficulties and problems were the legacy of the Babur's will, the unfriendly treatment of his brothers and relatives, and lastly, the hostile attitude of the Afghans and the Rajputs. The next one is Humayun. After Babur's death, his son Humayun succeeded to throne in 1530 AD. Babur had left a vast empire extending from Badakhshan in Central Asia to Bihar in India. Humayun exile and restoration. Kamran withdrew after Humayun refused to make a quick attack on the approaching enemy, instead opting to build a larger army under his own name. Sher Shah's founding of the short-lived Sur Empire with its capital at Delhi resulted in Humayun's exile for 15 years in the court of Shah Tahmasp. Humayun lost Mughal territories to Sher Shah Suri but regained them 15 years later with Safavid 8. Humayun returned from Persia was accompanied by a large retinue of Persian noblemen and signaled an important change in Mughal court culture. Here is an observatory in Delhi where Humayun fell down the stairs and died. Sher Shah Suri founded the Sur Empire in North India, having its capital at Delhi. He ruled the Mughal Empire in 1540. After he died in 1545, his son Islam Shah climbed the throne. In 1534, in the Battle of Surajgarh, Ghiyasuddin Muhammad Shah's forces were defeated by Sher Khan, who captured the whole of Bihar. Here is Rohtas Fort, Jhelum, built by Sher Shah Suri. Sher Shah Suri's dynasty. Sher Shah Suri 1486 to 22 May 1545, born Farid Khan, was the founder of the Suri Empire in the northern part of the Indian subcontinent, with its capital in Sasaram in modern day Bihar. He introduced the currency of rupee and an ethnic Pashtun. Sher Shah took control of Mughal Empire in 1538. The next one is Jalaluddin Akbar. Abul Fath Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar, popularly known as Akbar the Great and also as Akbar I, was the third Mughal emperor who reigned from 1556 to 1605. Akbar succeeded his father Humayun under a regent Behram Khan, who helped the young emperor expand and consolidate Mughal domains in India. So here are your home tasks for the day 1. You have to write the answers of these questions on loose sheets, and you have to read textbook pages 51 to 54. Home tasks for the day 2 are you have to prepare a bank of words you find difficult and new in this topic, and you have to maintain a small notepad or booklet for new vocabulary. Thank you and have a nice day.